Born on November 27, 1955, William Sanford Nye is 55 years old. He was born to Jacqueline and Edwin Darby Nye in Washington, D.C. He has been involved in the scientific community since his graduation from Cornell University in 1977 with a Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Initially working for Boeing as a mechanical engineer, he made his mark in the industry with the development of the hydraulic pressure resonance suppressor that is still used today in the 747. After working for Boeing by day and in stand-up comedy by night, Nye eventually quit his day job to pursue the entertainment industry. And in 1993, he began work on his popular Bill Nye the Science Guy show, which won him 7 Grammy Awards in its 5-year span. These shows were aimed at high school teens and had comedic overtones that made them easy to relate. I myself can remember watching shows enthusiastically and thinking to myself, who thought science could be this cool? I don't think that I speak for myself that when I say that Bill Nye made science cool and is the reason why I'm so intrigued to this day. After the show ended in 1998, Nye made numerous appearances on different shows such as 100 Greatest Discoveries, The Weather Channel, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Larry King Live to speak on global warming, and Dances with Stars. He's had 2 other shows, Planet Green Network's Stuff Happens and The Eyes of Nye, both aimed at adult audiences. It's easy to see that Nye's true passion is the education of children, since while doing all this camera work, he still found time to write and publish 5 children's books about science. When Nye isn't acting, writing, or making TV appearances, he's working wholeheartedly as a scientist. From 2005 to 2010, he worked as a secondary executive director to the Planetary Society and took part in the Mars exploration rover missions. In 2009, Nye made political headlines siding with ex-Vice President Al Gore's views on global warming and his push for legislation on clean energy. He has been an aggressive advocate for the need of clean emissions, dating back to his talks on Larry King Live, and has never been shy to admit the growing threat. In 2012, Nye made headlines yet again in his aberrant claims towards the teaching of creationism in schools and believes that, quote, what keeps the United States ahead, what makes the United States a world leader, is our technology. If we continue to eschew science and try to divide science between observational science and historical science, we're not going to move forward. We will not embrace natural laws. We will not make discoveries. We will not invent. End quote. To many, it was a shock to hear such a well-thought-of scientist claim something so controversial. But for me, it showed his true character, one that isn't afraid to stand up for what he believes in, no matter the status quo. To me, Bill Nye has only grown in legacy over the years. I feel that there aren't very many men or women that I once looked up to as a child that have held their mantle. There are things that Bill Nye may believe in that I do not, but that doesn't stray me from him. He has done far too much good for this planet, and just like E.O. Wilson's The Creation, we can learn to live with one another as long as we have a common goal. To me, that goal is the preservation of planet Earth through the education of our youth. We may not agree with some of the views that Bill Nye has, but if you set aside your religious aspirations or beliefs, you can see that this man has spent most of his life in the service of humankind.